wanted to like start to believe in that imaginary world again. Because you know, growing up when we were a kid, like that's all we do, right? We just think about, dream about things all the time. But as you get older, there's a lot happening in life. Like you forgot to use that superpower you already have, you know. My name is Ted Chin. I'm 28 years old. I'm a freelance photographer and a digital artist. I'm actually originally from Taiwan. You know, I born and raised there, grew up till when I was 15, and I came to the state. And I went to Michigan for high school and New York for college, and then came to San Francisco for grad school. I actually studied 3D animation, and now I'm doing freelance work after that. I love doing like Photoshop work and design, art design, and then graphic design and all kind of like photo manipulation and Photoshop composite. Growing up, when I was a kid, my mom thought I had ADD, so like she was trying to find a way to help me to focus on stuff. So she took me to like choir class or like learning some different instrument, and then I think finally one day she took me to this art class. Somehow for some reason that's like the only thing I found like really enjoyed doing, and I get to like sit down and focus on like trying to draw stuff, you know, and then just like get into my own imagination place, and then like it just seems to like that's like the only way to hold me down, you know. But turns out I don't have ADD, but I just really have a lot of energy, and she found out that like when I was learning how to paint and drawing, you know, that's like the only time I'll become like super quiet and like super focused about it, yeah. So I guess like most of it is about like storytelling, which is I think all of us can relate to it, you know, like why do you take photos or why do you make videos and stuff? It's all about like telling the story, right? So like when I first started, I was like, oh, this is like a medium and a tool that I can use to like help me to tell my story. I really love shooting kind of like adventure type of photo shoots. So, you know, like think about like Lord of the Rings, you know, or like Harry Potter, or like even Star Wars, or any kind of like going on like a hero going to like adventure to destroy the evil or something, you know. That's something I really enjoy, you know. So even like from anime, manga, all of that is all about like this hero, right? I currently have a Nikon D800 and with a Tamron lens. I have a Tamron 2040-70 2.8, I think. The other part is I have my PC and MacBook. I'm not just like a PC guy or a MacBook guy, I have both, you know. And then I have my Wacom tablet. I have Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom. That's the two I use the most. And then I use Premiere a little bit and After Effects sometimes to do some minimal editing. So those are the programs I use the most. Method one is like coming up with the idea first. So I have this ideal book with me that I use. Like wrote a lot of like different things on like traveling, you know. It's like a lot of like ideas, sketches, you know, stick figures, you know, right? So when I propose to brand or working with the client, like I think about their product and then like write about it, you know, it's like, hey, you know, maybe I can come up with some cool ideas. And then I'll go shoot the photos or find the stock images and then composite them back together as one of the graphic design. And then method two is like, I will look at the photo that I shot before and then like have a whole bunch of them just show on my desktop, and then I'll just like open it all in Photoshop and then trying to see like what kind of idea I get inspired from the photo I already have, you know. So if it's like clouds, maybe I can put like animals or like some like weird stuff on it, or interesting subjects, right? Definitely a lot of like method two, I use a lot of like stock website photo, like stock image from the website, you know, so Adobe stock or like Unsplash, you know, and then just dig through it, trying to figure out like, hey, what inspired me today? What story I want to tell? It was just like one day I was just sitting in the couch and looking outside. Like there was a very cloudy day. I know like sunset was gonna be so beautiful. So I just sit there and wait, and then it happens. I went down to my room, grabbed my camera, ran out, opened the window, take some shots. And I was like, okay, I got this beautiful photo right here. I'm gonna try to add something into it, you know? And that's when I was like, hey, you know, it'd be really cool if instead of having a girl as my subject going adventure on the pole, like the line, I was like, what if it's like a cat just wandering around this big city, you know? Because this is like all of us getting to some place we're not so familiar or similar, but we're wondering, just curious about everything, right? So this cat is like walking on the line and curious about a thing and dreaming. What would be cat dreaming about? Fish, according to animation and cartoon, like cat love fish, I don't know if they do actually love fish, but I was like, the cat has to be dreaming about the fish. So I painted the cloud into like a fish shape. On the top of it, added like the blue and yellow contrast for sunset, and then call it a cat's adventure because he's wandering around and looking for fish to eat, and then he's looking out dreaming, and there's 2 cloudfish on the top. So I really like that one, yeah. When I start doing my work, it's more about like, I want escape from reality. A lot of people use that, which I think is still wonderful to say. Like I just, work was boring, school was boring. Like I just want to use my imagination to go somewhere else, So when I first started the project TedsLittleDream, I was actually trapped in the studio working all the time. So for me, I was trying to figure out I need to do some art for myself and not for schoolwork, what can I do? So that's when I have figure out I have Photoshop, I have my camera, this is something entertaining for me to do. And that was just my motivation is that I just really enjoy doing art and I want to do more and I want to be a better artist,